Okay, so actually I will be in getting a little bit crazier. Okay, means that I'm gonna have in chapter 3, and so I will do upside down 2. All right, so in chapter 3, create. And I really like this code, isn't it? So I'm gonna redo this one here. So I'm gonna copy that, and I will create public static void. Again, I can call this print. Okay. Again, I will have a size, and I can paste this one here. All right, I can do a different ways here, right? And so instead of 5, and I can call size. So to answer your question, to say, oh, I want to go minus minus, that'll be fine. So instead of, I'm starting from the 1, and I can start from 5 minus 9. Okay, and then here is greater than equal to 1. And then I can go minus minus. So if you want me to do minus minus, I can do that. And 9 equals 1. When 9 equals 1, the j will start from the, oh, not 5. Okay, I made a mistake. The size minus the line. Okay, so if the size is a 5, then it will say the size minus 9. So 9, it's a smaller. Of course, this is a bigger number. Okay, until it reaches, it's always have to be greater than equal to 1. And since I start from a bigger number and I want to reduce, every time when I change, I reduce the j. So how the for loop works is you will have an initial number here, and then you will check the condition. If the initial number is greater than equal to 1, and then you go inside the loop and you execute all the statement in the loop. Okay, and then you modify the count, which in this case it's reduced by 1, and then you go back to check to see if this condition satisfy again. If they satisfy, then you go inside to do the statement in the for loop again. All right, so in this way, and I can be more useful, right? And I can say print 5, right? And in this case, it will print the things as in the PowerPoint. And what about I say print 9? I think I can do that also. Okay, so if I run this, isn't that cool? You see that? The same code, right? And I can generate a different printout. You see that? The same code. You see the different size here? It's the same. It's actually pretty much the same code, right? And I can reuse them. The only thing I need to change is just say, instead of I have a 5 here, which is what we call the constant number, and I'm using variable. And that just gave me more flexibilities to use. And I can say, hey, print me a 5, or print me a 9, or print me 3. I don't know about print 11. It's probably go over, okay, because it's the size is changed. Or maybe you can still do that. So just for the fun of it, let's just say print, I don't know, I'll pick number 13. All right, let's see what happened. All right, well, they did. You know, they print 13 of those. So any size. See that? Any size you want to. It doesn't really matter. It's a minus or minus. It just sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't matter. In this application, I can use neither. I can use minus minus, I can use plus plus. I'm using minus minus just to demonstrate to you. It doesn't really matter. Okay. The matter is that you understand. If you're using minus minus here, you have to start from a bigger number. Okay. See here, I can also do minus minus. So how can I start? Okay, I can change this one. I can start from a size, okay? And I can change this to greater equal to 1. And then I can do 9 minus minus. Doesn't really matter. And then if I run again, I'm going to generate the same thing. Whoops. Oh, that's interesting. It does matter because the 9 from a bigger one. All right. So, my bad. I say that too quick, but you can see the difference impact, right? Okay. So if I want to start from a 1, yes, I do need to increase. Okay. So no. So we do need to start from a 1 here because it's required us to know. Yeah, it's just the inner loop. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so we just need to do in the inner loop. All right. So here we do need to increase the 9. Cannot do decrease because we, whoops. Stop. I'm missing something. Not 9 sides. Yeah, it's an infinite loop. You know, if I'm not careful, it's actually infinite loop here. Okay. Now it works in this way. So why this one doesn't matter if I do, you know, the plus or if I do minus, it's because it just tells me how many that I need to print. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, so what's the equivalent way I can do this one? I can show you it's exactly the same thing. Okay, if I can do this, I can do copy the code here. If I copy the code here, you guys can exercise, okay? If I'm doing, create another method, it's called print2, okay? But this time I'm using start from 1 and j is less than that, and then I'll do j plus plus. Okay, so I want to show you it doesn't really matter if I do print 2 and 5, and they should print the same thing. Okay, so the code is different, right? One is using minus minus, one is using plus plus, but the method it's actually behave is actually the same. So if I run this, you can see the generate is actually the same thing. Oh, I'm missing one here. All right, I'm missing something. So it's j from 1 or j from, is it j from 1? Oh, I'm missing the equal here. I'm missing the equal here. Less than equal, right? So now they should generate is actually the same thing, right? So sometimes you need to do increment. Sometimes it doesn't really matter. Like this inner loop here, you can start from a bigger one and go down to the smaller number, okay? Or you can go from a smaller number and go to a bigger number using the plus plus. It doesn't really matter. So you can count 3 times by counting 1, 2, 3. Or you can count 3 times by counting 3, 2, 1. Doesn't matter.